Hey guys, it's Chris the Batman statue collector. Hope everybody's having a great day today. And today kind of started out pretty crappy. A lot of you heard the news about the passing of Kevin Conroy. At first we didn't know if it was legit or not, but then we started seeing some people that he had worked with started posting, and he passed away after a short battle with cancer. He had been sick for some time, but he had continued to make appearances, Comic-Cons, and things like that. I had the pleasure of meeting him in 2017. My whole family got to meet him, actually, and that was awesome. If you're not familiar with Kevin Conroy, he was, of course, the voice of Batman for over 20 years. Batman the Animated Series, the Arkham games, multiple animated movies. He was the voice of Batman for me. And he is by far one of my all-time favorite Batman. And it's just unbelievably sad that he has passed. There were a couple other times where I was hoping to meet him, but he had to cancel appearances or things like that. So it's just, it's when these people come into your life that make such an impact, that means so much to you. And I know that there's so many people, if you're watching this, you obviously have great memories as well of Kevin and the impact that he made as the Dark Knight. When he said, "I am vengeance, I am the night, I am Batman." That's him. Incredible. A viewer reached out to me after all the news was kind of breaking, and he said, "Hey Chris, can I share my thoughts on what it was like, or what impact Kevin had on my life?" And I thought that was a great idea after talking to him to compose a few videos of collectors that send in videos. Again, I don't have a ton of these, but a couple of people wanted to share their thoughts and opinions on what Kevin meant to their life. Some of them had a chance to meet him, but he will forever be Batman to me. He is forever the voice stuck inside of my head. A lot of other actors come and go, but he stayed consistent for that giant amount of time where he was Batman. And he never shied away from it. He was a phenomenal voice actor. I know he did some live stuff too, like live action stuff as well. But in my, again, I think of the Arkham games. I think of that impact that he had is just incredible. Incredible. Kevin, you will be missed, and you will forever be my Batman.
Hey everyone. Obviously, it's quite a shocker, and all of us are pretty much at a loss of words as to what we can really say. But I think the best way is to celebrate someone's life and to say a big thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for all the wonderful memories and for being the definitive voice of the Cape Crusader, and for all those mornings when I used to wake up and just make sure I never missed a single episode. But more than that, thank you for being a wonderful person. Rest in peace.
So, truly a sad day. I woke up this morning on this rainy day, and all the social media outlets are reporting the death of Kevin Conroy. Truly heartbreaking. I was fortunate enough to meet Kevin for the first time this year at Terrific Con in Boston, and I could just even remember that event, hearing his voice from 20 feet, 30 feet away, just bringing back so many memories of my childhood. It's just truly fascinating to hear him in person. Even throughout the convention, I would constantly just go back to his booth and listen to him speak with other people. It was just so cool just hearing his voice. I mean, he is the voice of Batman. Till this day, if I'm looking at images of, Batman, or if I'm reading comics, I'm reading it in his voice. He is the voice of Batman to me. So, yeah, truly sad news. Thank you, Kevin, for all the work you've done over the years and all the memories you've brought to Batman fans. You're gone, but never forgotten, and you'll be missed.
So if you're a Batman fan, between the ages of 25 and 50, you probably get asked the question very often who your favorite actor is that has played the role of Batman. And while I mean no disrespect to Adam West or Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, I love them all, there's really only one guy who is at the top of our list. He is the Batman for our generation, and that's Kevin Conroy. He's the one actor who never abandoned us. I mean, if you notice, all the other actors, they stay with their role for a while, they move on. But Kevin, he was, just on top of being an amazing person, who really lived the role, the values of the character more than any other actor that has played Batman. He's the one guy though that never abandoned us. He has stayed with us for 30 years. And things will never be the same moving forward without Kevin Conroy. And I can say thankfully I had the honor of meeting him twice, once in 2014 and once in 2017. I got several autographs from him, including a statue of Batman from the old Warner Brothers studio stores, if I can get it there. He signed the base of it for me. So, but yeah, it's a very sad day, and I mean, like I said, things will never be the same. So, Godspeed, Dark Knight. Rest well. We'll miss you.
Hey guys, Dan here from Wayne Manor North. Just figured I'd share a couple of thoughts on passing of Kevin Conroy today. Super sad day, obviously, for those of us who are fans of Batman and the Batman mythos. And I just wanted to just share a couple of things that I was thinking about when I saw the news earlier today. Man, I was fortunate. I had the opportunity to meet Kevin once at a convention, and wow, is he just a gracious guy, just super nice. And I had told him about what his work had meant to me in terms of what it brought to just this wonderful, legacy of Batman and his part in it and what that meant to me. And he was just a super nice guy, happy to talk as long as you wanted to. And well, just couldn't say enough positive things. Just a super kind individual. And you could just tell his love and passion, for the character just shone through. It shone through in the work. It shone through in how he engaged with the fans, and just a super nice man, just honest, authentic guy. And wow, he will be missed. So just wanted to share a couple thoughts with you. Always good to spend time together, even if it's virtually like this, at a time as a community where, one of kind of the people who loomed very large in our community has passed on. So rest in peace, Dark Knight. You will be missed, and we'll see you all soon here on Rogues. Take care, everybody.
Kevin Conroy was a big part of my childhood growing up. I was born in the late 90s, and I grew up watching shows like the Batman animated series and Batman Beyond. So he really was like the Batman to me. Like, his voice was Batman. Like, anytime I'd read anything growing up or hear anything, I immediately associate it to Kevin Conroy's Batman voice. The Arkham games, the animated movies. Like, if it didn't have Kevin, it wasn't Batman to me, So, like, yeah, you have, like, Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson as Batman, but hearing that voice of Kevin's is, like, otherworldly. It was like hearing, like, when I was a kid and I heard Kevin Conroy's, like, deep, dark voice personifying Batman, like, it really, like, brought the character to life. It wasn't just like a character on a screen for me. And it was like hearing, like, Darth Vader for the first time, It was like, kind of gave you goosebumps, and you're like, whoa, like, that's a cool character, So losing him is like losing a piece of my childhood, you know? So, RIP Kevin Conroy.
The passing of Kevin Conroy hits pretty hard. He was not just the voice of Batman to me. You know, when I read comic books, I hear his voice, but he was, I mean, that show is probably, the animated series, probably the most formative show on me as a kid and even as a young adult. And I'm even showing it to my son now, and he loves it. When he greets people, you know, he greets them as "I'm Batman," and it's Kevin Conroy's voice that he hears, and it's both touching to know that his legacy lives on in that way, you know, and that the things that he did do in life are now more special, but it's also sad to realize that there won't be anything, you know, more coming from him. So he's a, you know, how do you describe it? I mean, I've never been really like hit by a celebrity's passing like this, and it feels like almost like the narrator of my childhood is gone, and it's honestly it's hit me pretty aggressively for someone that I've never met in person, at least. But his legacy lives on, and we can cherish the things that he brought us, and I'm gonna miss him.